In my last video, where I spoke of those who just cannot let go of President Trump's earlier comments about making Canada the 51st state, at about the 4-minute, 17-second mark in the video, right around the time King Charles III's image appears, I am having real trouble getting used to that, by the way, calling him King Charles. I so just want to call him King Chuck, but, that would be very disrespectful. Yeah. You will hear a very brief snippet of an English patriotic tune called Rule Britannia. And hearing that tune again planted the seed for this video. Now, you may be familiar with the tune Rule Britannia, but here is a very brief snippet. Some of you may be saying, I have heard that tune before, but didn't realize that's what it's called. Others are thinking, meh, never heard it before, but hopefully the name of the tune has piqued your interest. I'll get back to the tune a little later, but I want to go over an extremely brief overview of the history of Britannia. It was said that the sun never set upon the British Empire. And that saying was extremely true once upon a time. But the truth of that saying is fading very, very fast. First things first. Here's a map of the British Empire in 1919, right at the end of World War I. I chose 1919 because that year was a peak moment for the British Empire, when it was truly the largest empire in history. Get ready. This is going to be a long list, and I'm going to go through it fairly quickly. In 1919, the British Empire included dominions, semi-independent states under the British Crown, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Newfoundland, totally separate from Canada at the time. Irish Free State had not yet been formed. Ireland was still a part of the United Kingdom in 1919. British India, a vast area including modern India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and modern Myanmar, which was at the time Burma, a full part of India until 1937. And India was also known as the jewel in the crown. Plus, there were about 562 princely states within British India, like Hyderabad, Mysore, Kashmir, etc., which were nominally sovereign but under British control. Protectorates, colonies, mandates, and other dependencies, including Egypt, officially a protectorate from 1914, Sudan, Anglo-Egyptian condominium, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, British East Africa territories, Gold Coast, that's Ghana, Sierra Leone, Gambia, Rhodesia, that's Zimbabwe and Zambia, Southwest Africa, Namibia, Mandate after World War I, Iraq, British Mandate beginning in 1920, military occupation in 1919, Transjordan, British Somaliland, Malta, Cyprus, Aden, Hong Kong, Strait settlements, that's Singapore, Malacca, Penang, Ceylon, which is now called Sri Lanka, Fiji, various Caribbean colonies, that would be Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, etc., Bermuda, Falkland Islands, remember the Falklands from the beginning of the 80s. Australia administered Papua, then under British influence. New Guinea, mandate after World War I. Many Pacific islands, including but not limited to the Solomon Islands, Gilbert and Ellice Islands, etc. So we have a quick tally. The British Isles themselves, the core of the British Empire, 5 dominions, British India, plus hundreds of princely states, about 40 to 50 distinct colonies, protectorates, and mandates, and countless small islands and outposts. If you count every major distinct political entity, meaning dominions plus colonies plus protectorates plus British India, counted as one with princely states nested inside it plus mandates, you're looking at around 60 to 70 major territories at minimum. Individually counting the 562 princely states as separate polities, because technically they were semi-autonomous under British paramountcy, the total number balloons to well over 600 entities. So in short, about 60 to 70 major political entities, dominions, the colonies, the protectorates, the mandates, British India, all counted once. 600 plus if you consider each princely state as a separate entity. And thus the sun never really did set on the British Empire. We can see that the British Empire, as an empire, no longer exists today in 2025. It's been dismantled over the years since World War II. Today, what remains are 14 British overseas territories, small places still under British sovereignty, but none are major countries. The United Kingdom itself, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. In super simple terms, in 1919, Britain directly controlled 1/4 of Earth's land and people. Today, in 2025, Britain directly controls only 14 small territories, no large countries. The British Empire is over. It's now mainly historical and ceremonial. But its legacy, culturally, politically, linguistically, is everywhere. Now let's get into the ugliness. The dismantling of England. There is a lot of nastiness going on in England, including the unchecked importation of an ideological element which has begun writing and keeping their own laws, to the point that English lawmakers have started protecting this criminal element and even threatening non-citizens overseas if they dare to speak against what is happening or dare to reshare videos showing some of the happenings in England. These authoritarians believe they can even restrict the rights of people covered by the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America, with threats of extradition to face trial for something as little as expressing an opinion which is unpopular with the English tyrants in control. And this is also happening in Europe as well. It's not just restricted to the United Kingdom. So back to that popular patriotic tune, Rule Britannia. We have seen that Britannia no longer rules either the waves, the land, or the people of 1/4 of the earth. Where once they had the biggest and best navy, the most skilled soldiers, the most skilled sailors, and the most land, today they are far from it. Some of the words to the chorus are thus: Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, ever shall be slaves. Did you hear that last line there? Now go and look in newspapers and news articles shared on Twitter or wherever and think about it again. The words are fading fast into something which more resembles this. Ruled Britannia, Britannia ruled as slaves. Britons never ever shall be free again. The sun is quickly setting on what is left of the British Empire, but it's setting not to the west where the sun normally sets, but right in the heart of England itself. Britons have been enslaved before. One of those time periods was under the cruel reign of the Roman Empire and its Caesars. They broke free once before, and in fact more than once, but will they be able to rise to the occasion and break the new bonds of slavery? With the weapons at the control of the authoritarians, it's doubtful, but you never know. The hour is getting very late indeed, and there are those in charge in England who dearly love being the assistants or the serfs to the slave masters. Let the rest of the world take notice and not allow it to spread.